Hi everyone, my name is Mary Margarian. Today I'm gonna talk about the migration of humpback whales. First, let's explore a few interesting facts about humpback whales. Humpback whales, staggering marine giants belonging to the Balanopterida family, captivate our imaginations with their massive presence within the world's oceans. Among their excellent functions is the extraordinary hump in the front of their dorsal fin, making them easily recognizable. They are over 50 feet long and weigh about 40 tons. They live from 80 to 90 years, and they make the longest migration of any mammal. They travel around 5,000 miles for a round trip. On the right side, I have the classification of the humpback whale. Next, let's talk about the migratory patterns. Every year around April, humpback whales start heading north, leaving the icy Antarctic waters to travel to breeding grounds up in the Great Barrier Reef. On the right side, we can see the illustration of their migratory journey, which starts from the Antarctic Peninsula and goes up to the west coast of South America. The timing of their migration is motivated by means of various factors. That includes intercourse, reproductive repute, and age, meaning that mothers and calves prefer a coastal route, while single adults tend towards open waters. The triggers for migration are hypothesized to be environmental and biological. Environmental trigger includes daylight hours, sea ice formation, and prey abundance, while biological trigger includes hormone or frame situation-based total cues. As humpback whales migrate, it creates a question of what they feed on during their journey. Humpback whales are known to depend upon stored fat reserves collected in foraging grounds in the course of migration. They rarely eat alongside their migratory routes, so they fast often for months to get north and back. However, current research have challenged this perception, displaying evidence of some individuals feeding throughout migration. The volume and regularity of those feeding boats are still unclear, raising questions about the function of opportunistic or annual feeding in maintaining these lengthy journeys. Another question that generates is how they know which way to go. Humpback whales exhibit a level of navigation sophistication that captivates marine fans and scientists. Their adventure entails a complex interaction of things, which includes celestial cues derived from the positions of the sun and stars, geomagnetic facts that orient them based totally on Earth's magnetic subject, and environmental indicators reflecting the conditions of the substantial ocean. This complex navigation toolkit allows them to embark on migrations spanning lots of miles with spectacular precision. Next, I want to talk about the adaptive intelligence. The capability of humpback whales to traverse sizable oceanic distances talks about the testament to their adaptive intelligence. This adaptive prowess is obvious of their capability to modify their migratory routes based totally on converting environmental conditions, ensuring they attain their locations regardless of the ever-moving dynamics of the open sea. Their navigational adaptability stands as a testimony to the resilience of humpback whale populations, emphasizing the evolutionary significance of their migratory behaviors. Undoubtedly, humpback whales confront a myriad of challenges for the duration of their massive migrations, from unpredictable ocean currents to various temperatures and potential encounters with different marine species. Despite these limitations, their unwavering perseverance underscores a deep understanding of the essential role those migrations play within the lifestyles cycle and survival in their populations. The migratory journeys aren't mere moves but strategic endeavors essential for breeding, calving, and gaining access to optimum feeding grounds. For humpback whales, these massive migrations aren't arbitrary endeavors, they are crucial chapters inside the existence cycle in their populations, meaning that the main reason they migrate from cold to warm waters is to give birth to their offspring. Warm waters are the perfect place to have their calves because mature humpback whales have a thick layer of fat which helps them survive into the cold waters. But when the calf is born, it doesn't have thick enough layer of blubber, so the warm waters in the western South America provide an ideal start for the newborn whales. The migratory odyssey of humpback whales unfolds in opposition to the backdrop of dynamic ocean forces. Ocean currents, performing as vital guides, facilitate their journeys throughout extensive seas. Temperature fluctuations influence via seasonal changes shape migratory routes, prompting humpback whales to are trying to find top-of-the-line situations for activities consisting of breeding and calving. The availability of food resources additionally performs a pivotal role in guidance their migratory paths, highlighting the interconnected courting between humpback whales and the ecological dynamics in their marine environments. Ocean currents end up fundamental guides. These powerful currents create pathways they reach across large expanses of the ocean, guiding those marine giants on their epic journeys. For example, the Antarctic circumpolar current, which we can see on the right side of the slide, conduit for humpback whales. It serves as a conduit for humpback whales navigating from their foraging grounds near the western Antarctic peninsula to their calving grounds along the western coast of South America. Temperature fluctuations with the seasonal changes further mold the migratory routes of humpback whales. These fluctuations act as nature's compass, prompting the whales to are seeking top quality conditions for vital activities, inclusive of breeding and calving. For instance, because the southern hemisphere transitions from iciness to summer, hotter waters become conducive to the reproductive behaviors of humpback whales, making the initiation in their migratory adventure towards the tropics. Next, I want to talk about the food resources as migratory catalysts. The availability of food assets emerged as a pivotal catalyst guidance the migratory paths of humpback whales. Their journeys are intricately tied to the pursuit of ample feeding grounds, emphasizing the symbiotic relationship among the whales and the ecological dynamics in their marine environments. Instances of migratory detours to unique regions with wealthy food sources underscore the adaptability of humpback whales in optimizing their trips for sustenance. Considering the migratory course of breeding stock G, which strategically navigates the western Antarctic peninsula, one of the most unexpectedly warming areas globally, as its foraging ground. This precise preference is emblematic of the adaptability of humpback whales to converting environmental conditions. Additionally, the cyclical nature of their migrations contributes to the overall health of marine ecosystems, as the whales engage in key activities which include breeding and calving in environments conducive to the well-being in their offspring. And my last slide is about the scale of the journey. The vastness of humpback whale migrations mirrors the expansiveness of the oceans they navigate, revealing a dedication to maintaining their populations through strategic actions across numerous marine environments. These migratory trips aren't limited to common mammalian movement obstacles, underlining the resourcefulness of humpback whales in navigating the challenges posed by numerous oceanic situations. Despite the humpback whale's status as one of the longest migrating species in the world, gaps in scientific knowledge remain, especially regarding migratory routes and connectivity among populations or management units. Climate change poses an extensive threat to migratory species, making it vital to cope with these know-how gaps for knowledgeable conservation efforts. And these are my references, which concludes my presentation. Thanks for watching.